On January 4th, 1972, a new children's television show premiered on PBS stations. Zoom, produced by Boston's PBS affiliate WGBH, starred the Zoomers, a group of 7 children who would sing songs and demonstrate crafts, games, recipes, and more submitted by viewers, using this address. Each Zoomer wore either a sweater or a rugby shirt. There would be some Zoomers who would become well known, such as Bernadette Yao with her famed arm trick, or musician Leon Mobley. Zoom ended in 1978, running for 6 seasons and 130 episodes. In the 90s, there were little to no live-action programs aimed at children. WGBH saw this and decided that, after a 17-year hiatus, it was time to reinvent Zoom. Kate Taylor, who worked on the original Zoom, said, "We started developing the new Zoom when there was very little live action for kids in the landscape. To make Zoom appeal to kids of the 90s, a few elements from the old show had to be dropped, such as the striped shirts and covers of popular songs. Also in all of this, a new segment, Zoom Sci, was added, since the National Science Foundation funded the show." In 1995, WGBH released a pilot for a new version of Zoom, featuring 7 new Zoomers with 90s outfits, new segments, and a new theme song. Taylor spoke to the intent of the series. The show, at its heart, is a literacy show. We're empowering kids to express themselves and understand the value of what they have to say, and respect and value what other kids have to say to them. In 1998, auditions were held for the first season of a new Zoom, which filmed that summer. And on January 4th, 1999, Zoom premiered to the delight of many children. Zoom episodes were shot out of order and by segment, meaning that the Zoomers will film a certain segment if the set was set up for it, and would be put together, making a full half-hour program. Segments on the show include Cafe Zoom, in which the Zoomers would make a snack or meal,
Good.
or Zoom Playhouse, in which the Zoomers would put in a play. There was also Ubby Dubby, a secret language used since the original show. Some segments will utilize the language. The first season of Zoom had 41 episodes. Aside from the famous address and zip code, viewers were encouraged to send in their ideas via which also featured activities from the show, games, information on the cast and behind the scenes, and a special section for parents and teachers. And local station educational activities play a key role in the show. PBS Executive Vice President Kathy Cotrone said, "The goal is to enable a community of idea-sharing kids to create their own media experiences." The show was an instant success. Many children tuned in and wrote or emailed their ideas to the show. Local children's or science museums would have Zoom zones, exhibits featuring Zoom Sci experiments done on Zoom. Unlike most PBS shows, Zoom did not receive much merchandise, though there were several books, a game, and 2 direct-to-VHS specials, Party with Zoom, in which the Zoomers would demonstrate party games and recipes, and The Making of Zoom, in which cast members Zoe Costello and Jared Nathan would show the viewers Zoom auditions and bloopers. The Making of Zoom aired on January 3rd, 2000, a day before the second season of Zoom premiered. Unlike Season 1, Season 2 had 40 episodes, the second to last of which being a reunion featuring Zoomers from the previous season. Season 3 of Zoom premiered on January 1st, 2001, and added 3 new segments to the show: Zoom Snack, Zoom Reviews Books, and Zoom Action. It was also this year, on September 11th, that the World Trade Center was destroyed in a terrorist attack, and the show aired a special responding to the events on September 21st, entitled America's Kids Respond, in which the Zoomers would discuss their experiences and visit with guests.
God bless the U.S. of A.
A fourth season of Zoom premiered on January 25th, 2002, with a much smaller commitment of just 20 episodes. After this season, a follow-up to the previous special, America's Kids Remember, premiered, in which the Zoomers talk about 9/11 a year later.
Have you had a kindness shown? Pass it on.
By the time Zoom's fifth season aired in 2003, the show lost viewership. Many children had moved on to other shows or were doing other things. The producers saw this, and to attract more viewers, added a Valiant and Martin's Laugh-In-esque joke wall, Zoom Out, a new segment in which a Zoomer would go outside the studio, and an intro taking place in New Hampshire's Canobie Lake Park, all of which debuted in the show's sixth season, which premiered in 2004. There was also a Zoom side arc involving the Zoomers taking part in the first LEGO League competition.
This is the Zoom team. We're building a robot.
That's right!
A seventh season of Zoom was picked up and filmed in 2004, premiering in April 2005. This season, there was a new theme song, Zoom Out was renamed to Zoom In On, and there were 2 outdoor episodes, one of which being yet another behind-the-scenes episode. Due to ratings drop, Zoom's 7th season would be the show's last, with the final episode airing on May 6, 2005. This meant that there were 201 episodes produced. The Zoom website stopped supporting viewer submissions at a later time and was taken down in 2018. In the 2010s, almost every episode of the series was uploaded to YouTube channels, though most episodes of Season 1 were never re-released and many are unsure who holds the distribution rights. While fans continued to search for the old episodes, they were surprised with brand new ones. During 2020's COVID-19 pandemic, GBH released Zoom Into Action, in which Zoomers from both renditions of the show would video chat and do activities they did as kids. Zoom was and still is a childhood show many people hold near and dear to their hearts, and some have fond memories of the show that they carry on to this day. The show is also unlike any other, as viewers could send in their ideas for games, science experiments, recipes, and plays, and see them on TV. Perhaps a new generation of children can have a show where they can feel welcome and have fun, and a new audience will get to come on and Zoom.